To our registered persons, voluntary associations, and our colleagues from SACAP. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to today's webinar hosted by SACAP. My name is Ntokozo Masango, and I'm honored to serve as the facilitator for this session. And before we dive into our program of the day, I would like us to take a moment to observe a solemn silence in remembrance of our dearly departed registered persons. I believe you've received the communication, and colleagues to others, Mr. Ajit Bharat and Mr. Rodney Haber. Their contribution to our profession will dearly be missed, and our thoughts are with their families and loved ones during this difficult time. Let us then now observe the moment of silence in their honor. Thank you. Before we dive straight to the program, kindly note that only registered persons who are in attendance in the Zoom webinar will be allocated CPD points, and only those who attend the full session, which is 3 hours. So RPs attending on our social media will not be awarded CPD points unless we reach the capacity on the platform. And let me then share our program. On our program, we will then give to Ms. Kimberly Rowan to do our opening and welcome. Kim, over to you.
Thank you, Ntokozo. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our webinar today. I know since 2022, SACAP has been involved in transferring from our old YM system to our new MM system, My Membership. So it's been a journey, and I know for many of you maybe a frustration at times, but just be reassured that we are working on it. We're almost there, and we just would like to show you, and the team actually would like to show you some of the flow processes just to make it a little bit easier for you to navigate on the new online system. And obviously, don't worry if you missed something during the webinar. Our SR department has reassured us that they will share the recording and the video on our YouTube channel. So thank you. Just relax and enjoy. And yeah, any questions? We will have the questions and answer sessions a little bit later. So please just save your questions for them, and we will do our best to try and answer all of them. Thank you very much. And Ntokozo, back to you.
Thank you, Kim. And next on our program is the introduction of the system, which I will do. Let me share my presentation. The content of the presentation will include the introduction and unlocking new capabilities, then the closure. The introduction of the new My Membership system, which will enhance our customer relationship management. So the SACAP is excited to announce and introduce the MM. And this transition marks a significant step forward in streamlining our operations and enhancing our ability to serve our registered person. I believe we will all agree that in today's rapid evolving technological landscape, it is then evident that ongoing adoption and innovation are essential for the progress. As technology continues to advance, it becomes increasingly clear that embracing change is necessary for improvement and growth. So we find ourselves in an era where new technology are changing the ways of doing business, streamlining process, enhancing efficiency. So embracing this innovation, it's crucial for us to improve the way of us delivering our services to you. And on this slide, we've presented some of the benefits that comes with the new MM system. So we have benefits to our registered persons, which is communication. So you will have we have automated communication. So easily send personalized messages and notifications to our registered persons. And you will also have the online payment. This is streamlining payment processes by allowing payment to be made directly to your profile, eliminating the lengthy procedures of the payment processes. And also the system will be user-friendly. So this is the interface. The system is user-friendly to use various functions such as registration, CPD management, and submissions of monthly training records for candidates. And it's another benefit, it's a self-serve portal. So in this platform, we plan to empower RPs with self-services. So you can, the self-help features that enables you to then request services independently. This enhance our service offering to RPs to also avoid the situation where you would have to do calls and emails. You can now do some of the functions right on the MM platform. And the platform as well comes with other benefits to SACAP as well. So it is improved and streamlined processes. So here we reduce manual tasks and enhance the overall efficiency of the organization. And another benefit, it will also enhance our stakeholder engagements. So by it, we will utilize automated communication as said to personalize messages and engage members effectively and efficiently. We also have the benefit of a centralized database. So here we'll have access and manage our registered persons information efficiently in a centralized database. And another benefit is data-driven decision. So if we have our centralized database, we can easily export data for decision-making and for decision-making purpose, and utilize those analytic tools to gain valuable insight. And so the system module improvement. So our team here with us will dive into various system modules that have been enhanced to provide high level of service and improve operation efficiency. So by leveraging these benefits, we aim to then optimize, enhance, and engage and provide better service experience to you. That's the end of the introduction of the system. I then thank you. Going back to our program, we will then dive to the first module of the system, which is registration. Mr. Abongile Jakwisa will then do the presentation for us. Mr. Abongile.
Good morning everyone. Morning, everyone.
Before you start, may I request that we all mute there is a bit of echo.
Okay, yes, it's all muted. Thank you, Chair. And I thank you so much for the opportunity. And as introduced, my name is Abungile, and I will be taking you through the registration process. I will be sharing my slide shortly with you so that, okay. Okay, just a moment. Okay. I hope my slide is visible. Okay. Okay, I will be taking you through the registration process. Of course, this is after you have registered, you have created your profile, and you have, which you can do that by going to our website, which is www.sacapsa.com, and where you create your profile and then you log in. And once you have logged in, you are going to land on this page, which is the dashboard, where you are going to start creating, where you're going to start and make your application. As you can see there on the dashboard, you have three features. You have update my details, applications, and events. So for the purpose of this presentation, we're going to do applying for to become a candidate. So you're then going to go to, once you click on applications, you're going to click on candidate application process. There, it's very important you click there where it says click here to apply. And as you can see, we have different types of applications. You can apply to become an apprentice. You can apply, we have foreigners, people with foreign qualifications that are coming through to become members of SACAP or are practicing architecture in the country. So you can apply the applicants with foreign qualification, or if you are a student, you are not yet qualified, you are still busy with your application at SACAP recognized learning institute, you can click the student application process. Or if you are a building controller, many building controllers or inspectors are those from the municipalities. You can click them under building controlling officer application. But as I said, for the purpose of this application, you click there where it's circled with the red, where it's marked with the red candidate application process. And then you go ahead. Once you click on that, it's going to give you the conditions for registration as a candidate. And there it's going to give you an idea of what you might be registered as. It means if you have a national certificate which is an NQF level 5, you will be registered as a candidate architectural draft person. If you have a minimum qualification of a diploma, you will be registered as a candidate architectural technologist. And if you have a 4-year degree, you will be registered as a candidate senior architectural technologist. Then if you have a master's and higher qualification, you will be registered as a candidate architect. Then it gives you there the required documents. As you can see there, the bullet number 1, you have certified copies of your recognized qualifications, you have your ID, you have your senior certificate, and all those qualifications. But what I want to highlight there is point number 5, the last one, the undertaking form by mentor. You will see there is a live link where it says click here. So when you click there, it will then download the form, which you as the applicant, you must then take and give to your mentor to fill in and sign, and then you bring it back to submit with the rest of the documents. Once you've done that, you will see that the bottom where it's marked with the red, you make sure that you mark that, the terms and conditions. You will get a pop-up where you can read the terms and conditions, and then once you've read them, you mark that, and then you proceed. Then once you proceed, you get to the stage where you then start capturing your details, your personal details from your ID, your full names, the rest of the details, your contact details. So it's quite an easy process to follow. Then you get to where you fill in the details for your mentor. The very same details that are going to be on the form that you would have downloaded and sent to your mentor. These are the details that you are going to put in here. And it's very much important that where it's marked required, it is a required field and it is a mandatory field. It means you will not be able to move forward. This applies to the rest of the applications that we've gone past and the ones that we're still going to come across. If it's marked required, you will not be able to go forward to the next phase of the application until you fill in that information. And it's always very important after filling in the information, you update and then click proceed. After proceeding, you then capture your educational academic record. You can capture, after capturing your educational records as well, you update and then you click on proceed. And then you go to current employment. One of the required things for one to be registered as a candidate is the fact that they must be employed, because being employed ensures that they are working under a registered professional who is going to serve as their mentor. So it's very much important that applicants fill in these fields. As you can see there, they are required fields, which means you won't be able to proceed with the application without having filled them in. So you fill in the current employment, and also right under current employment, you also have the very same details of the mentor that you would have captured previously. Then you update and proceed with the application. And previous employment, under previous employment, you can fill in as much or as many previous employers as you can. And also it's important to emphasize this is not these are not mandatory fields, but we do encourage applicants to fill them in as we would. It's important that we have all the necessary information. Then once you've captured that required previous employment, you update and then you proceed. Now, some applicants, you find that by the time they apply for registration, they are already members of voluntary associations. Definitely, you have the list there of all VAs that are working with SACAP. You mark there your voluntary association and then you update. And then you continue and proceed with the application. Now, once you've then next of kin, you fill in the details of your next of kin. As you will see there, it's not a mandatory field, but we do encourage applicants to fill in that information because it's very much important that when in an event of death or maybe you change your details, we are not able to get a hold of you. We are always able to reach out to someone that will have access to you, and that makes it easy to be able to update your personal details on the system. Then once you capture that in, you update and you proceed. Then when you're here, you're then going to select the member type which you are applying for. You will remember right at the beginning of this of the presentation, it showed we selected the candidate application process. So right here, you will have the other membership types. You will have the apprenticeship type. You will have the foreign qualification applicant. You will have the BCO, building control officer applicant. So for the purpose of this presentation, we select the candidate applicant membership type. And then you proceed. Then when you proceed, you will then be required to upload the documents, the very same documents you got to see at the beginning. It is now to uploading those documents. And it's very much important to note that the documents that are accepted is PDF, JPEG, and Excel. It is not accepted. Will not be accepted by the system. So it's very much important to note that. And of course, you will see there the information icon. When you click on that information icon, it does give you explanatory information on what is required, what kind of documents that is required in that field. Then you capture the documents. Then upon capturing the documents, you then proceed. As you will see there, your CV, undertaking by mentor, certified copy of ID, certified senior certificate, and your certified copy of your architectural qualification are mandatory fields which you will not be able to complete the application without having captured them. So, but once you capture all of that, you then proceed with the application. Now, when you proceed with the application, once all the fields have been captured, all the documents that are required have been captured, it will then take you to a pay online gateway. We're using Netcash as a pay online gateway. Once you click them, it's going to take you to this process. It's going to give you how much you are supposed to pay. This means if you are applying for BCO, building control officer, foreign qualification applicant, apprentice, it will give you the figure that you're supposed to pay there. Once you confirm the figure, you then say pay online. Now the payment, once the payment online is captured, it will update immediately on your created profile or on your My Membership created profile. And now your work would have been done after making the payment, and then the application comes internally. It will be under admin review. Once it's under admin review, it then means it's now the internal work from us, the administrative staff, to start working on the process, to do the verification of qualifications, to check the information that you would have captured, verified with you. If there's any outstanding information, of course, or any outstanding documents, we'll then get in touch there with you. While the process is under admin review, it's important to note that the whole process of a qualification is supposed to take 5 to 10 working days. So if within 5 to 10 working days you haven't heard anything from us, definitely please get in touch with SACAP. Otherwise, that is the timeline that is expected to be processed within 5 to 10 working days. Otherwise, thank you so much. That is all from my side. Thank you, Chair. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abongile. I think from your presentation, one emphasis to our RPs is that the system is user-friendly. And we have noted the questions on the chat about the presentation font. Please be rest assured that the presentation will be shared with you. And yes, also note your question. We will have the question and answer session after this presentation. So at this moment, you would have been registered and now you need to know how to log in and how to reset your password. The next presenter will be Mr. Muzi Motlare, who will talk to how to log in. Mr. Muzi.
Thank you, Chair. Hi to everyone. My name is Wilson Busumuzi Mushari, and I'm going to take you on to how to log in. Okay. How to log in? You will begin by firstly going to the SACAP website, which is www.sacapsa.com. And then you need to click on the RP login, which is located on the top right corner of your screen. And then after clicking on RP login, you will be taken to the login page. And then you will be required to enter your username and password. After entering your username and password, click on the login button. After clicking on the login button, you will then be directed to this dashboard, which will confirm your successful login. And then should you forget your password, you will need to click on the forgot password, which you can find under your login page. From there, you will need to enter your username and then you should receive an email with the link to reset your password. You will click on the provided link. After clicking on the provided link, you will be required to enter your email address, your new password, and then you should confirm your password and then click on submit. That's the end of how to log in and how to reset your password. Back to you, Chair.
Thank you, Muzi. Then we will then take questions which are related to what has been presented as far. The process will be you raise your hands, we'll then note and then give you a chance to raise your question and we address it. And we'll also go through the questions on the chat. I see we have the first hand there, Martina. Can we allow Martina to talk?
Can I ask a question?
Oh. Can we please allow Martina to ask the question first? She raised the hands first, and then we'll have Noah, and then you, William. Martina, you can come through. Okay, I see Martina still working on unmuting. Noah?
Good morning, everyone. Mine is a very quick question related to the new system. I noticed that I'm no longer receiving any of the standard SACAP emailers ever since the new system's now been put into place. Even this morning's presentation, I had to get it via somebody else who does receive them. So I wanted to find out, apart from the logins that have changed, has the mailing list also changed? And how do we then ensure that we continue to receive regular emails? Thanks.
Thank you, Noah. I don't know, Nita, do you want to take that one? I mean, Kim? Nita or Kim, you want to take it?
To be honest, SR, I think that wouldn't you actually know? Let me,
All right.
I would rather just email us. All those that aren't receiving the communications, maybe we should actually just request that you send us an email. I can pop my email into the chat, and then that way you can just let me know. I'll take it through to the IT unit just to see what they can actually do. But we will double check from our side. Sorry about that.
Thank you very much, Kim. Noah, you will please take Kimberly's email address on the chat, and we'll also request all other RPs who do not receive our communication to also send us those communication, and then it will be addressed by our IT. And can we then take William?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I just would like to know the new website. Is it completely finalized regarding uploading of CPD certificates? Because when I click on that link, it says they're coming soon or something like that. Is that addressed now, or is it something that I'm doing wrong?
All right. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Ntokozo, be rest assured you're not doing anything wrong. There was obviously, because the CPD certificates and points were very large, and we've collected obviously from the old system over a number of years, it was a large data migration from the old to the new. So our service providers have just finished up on doing that. We will announce after the CPD presentation when you all can start actually uploading your CPD points and certificates. We promise to announce it here. Okay, does that answer your question, Philip?
Okay, thank you. No, it definitely does. There's something else I would like to know. Is there a possibility that, I know in the old system, once you uploaded a certificate and it's been approved, then the certificate or the uploading has been locked, and then you can't see your certificate anymore. It would be nice if we can go back, say, to an event that I attended 3 years ago, to retrieve a certificate just to see what exactly the details on that certificate was, because I don't always have it on hand on my laptop when I get a new laptop or a new flash drive or a new external drive. So it will be nice if the information is available so that we can retrieve it from the system to make a printout if need be.
If need be, no, 100%. Basil, can you answer that quickly, or do you want me to?
Good morning, William. The system is configured once you submit your attachment, which would be by way of certificate, and you submit it and it's awaiting approval. Once we approve that, then it locks, then you will no longer have access to the document which was submitted. If at a later stage, should you require access to that document, then please contact SACAP. We may be able to retrieve it on our side and we may be able to provide you that certificate.
Okay, I understand that, but what I don't understand, the certificate is on the system. It is on your server, or it is captured somewhere on the cloud or wherever. So why isn't it possible for you to make it possible for us to just click on a link to access the certificate ourselves without having the ability to alter it or change it, just to view the document and print the document, just to view it? Obviously, when it's approved and it's locked, you've captured it and it's on our record. So to prevent fraud or whatever reasons, it can't be changed or altered, but I suppose you can build in something so that we can view the document at least without contacting you to get that information. Or is that asking too much?
I think, Willem, you know what, we will take that back to our service provider, because obviously we're in contact, and if there's any updates with any of the certificates, we will check with them if that will be a possibility of something they can do. I don't see why not, but I just want to clarify, and then let me get back to you. Is that okay?
Yes, no, it's okay. Just let me give you an example why I would like to have that function. I'm busy updating my CV to apply for a new job that's been advertised, and in the requirements they mention something like saying health and safety course should have been attended and successfully passed and whatever. And I know that 4 years ago I did attend such a course, and I know I submitted my certificate, but I don't have it anymore. So for reasons like that, I would like to go in on my portal and retrieve a document. That is a simple example as to why I would like to have that function on the portal.
Yeah, no, understandable. I will get back to you most definitely on that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kim, and thank you, Mr. William. I think this is a different case. Our team will attend to it. Next on my list here, it's Mr. Ramla.
Morning, team. Thank you very much, and compliments to SACAP for implementing this new my management system. It looks very good. Just a simple question I have is, whilst I think many professionals of the older age probably would have difficulties in this online system of payment, I'm now referring to when we say we could do transfers directly, vice versa. My concern is there are many professionals out there who normally go and make their dues manually paid at banks. And how does SACAP accommodate this, or what does a professional have to do when he is in that situation until he better understands, the full system that is applicable? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramlan. Anyone to take that from the team?
Oh, okay, thank you, Chair. With regards to the payments, what you can do once you have received the invoice, then you can do a direct deposit on FNB, then send the proof of payment to payments@sacap.sa.com, then we'll be able to assist you. Okay, thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I have just one more question whilst I'm on there. Thank you. Whilst, professionals are basically, it will need a little time to get au fait to this wonderful system, will SACAP actually provide a grace period so that, professionals don't be under pressure so that, they can actually get help whenever possible? Will there be a grace period? Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you, Chair. I think that one will be for council, because remember, we are guided by the Act. And then the SACAP invoices according to the Act are payable in 60 days. However, the council are the ones who have the powers to actually give us the grace period or the extension. And then that one, I think it will be forwarded to our registrar, and then we should get the feedback with regard to extensions. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramla. Thank you, Lebo. The next, Anna, I don't know, that is the new hand or that is the former hand. Anna, you can come through. Okay, I'd assume it's a former hand. Can we have Francisco?
Hello, Chair.
Hi,
It's Francesco
go ahead.
Popola. I just have a query, a simple one. I
Yes.
have tried, whilst we're online at the moment, to try and log in, but even though I receive emails, it says that my email address is invalid. What's the reason for that?
Thank you, Francisco. IT, are you able to assist with that? I think while addressing that question, we have another question that is almost similar on the chat. Can I read it so that you then address both questions at the same time? I am unable to reset my password. Neither my SMS nor my email address is receiving applicable notifications to reset my password. Could someone kindly assist me after the webinar? IT, Muzi?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. That one, it could be that the email they are using is not the email, is not the same email as the one on the system. So in that case, they can send an email to info stating that with the screen, maybe with the screenshot for the error that they are receiving. And then our team will be able to assist. Thank you, Chair.
All right, okay. Thanks, Muzi. Does that cover you, Mr. Frank?
Unfortunately not, because my email address has never changed. And I do receive emails from SACAP on the email address I've filled in.
All right, all right. Can I ask that you send an email? I'll also put my email address on the chat, direct to us, and then we'll handle that case with our IT team to ensure that you do receive those login details.
Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. And we also have Antonio, which is our last hand. Antonio, you can come through.
Hi, good morning. I just want to find out something. I updated my CPDs on the my manage manage my CPD icon or whatever on the platform. Well, it looks the same as the old CPD capture system. For some reason, I missed my 2022 category 2 and category 3 CPDs. So I updated, when I was going through the list, I saw that it was missing and I updated the list, and I see it's still showing as, it shows as approved, but it's not locked. And there's a little man, a little image standing, next to the deleted icon saying that it was an entry submitted by me. Am I doing something wrong, or is it still because the system hasn't been updated?
Right. Thank you, Antonio. Mr. Basil or Kim?
Thank you, Chair. Antonio, we previously sent out communication on the 13th of December 2023 to all registered professionals, requesting them to refrain from claiming CPD points on the previous system. This was to allow us to migrate their data to the new system successfully. So we put a halt on submissions on that previous system. So from the 13th of December 2023, it would no longer take CPDs. That means that the additional points which you submitted after that, you will, once the new system is live, once CPD is live on that, you will be able to log in and claim those CPD points on that new system.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I thought so. You see, I saw it there, I saw that icon then. I thought maybe this was already to try and capture. Okay, but you basically explained you basically answered my question.
Thank you, Mr. Antonio.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Next hand is Vania or Fania. Hope I pronounce it correctly. Fania, you can come through. While Fania is trying to work on her, his or her mic, can we have Kaylee? Kaylee?
Yes. Hello,
Yes,
I hope you can hear me. Hi. I just want to inquire, my CPD cycle was up for renewal in January 2024, which has just passed, and I uploaded all of my CPD documents, I think it was in November last year, just before the notification came out that the system was going to change. So I'm feeling a bit confused because I uploaded, everything seemed in order, and then about a week afterwards, we got the notification that the system had changed. So my question is, has my information been captured and am I fine and I don't have to re-upload? Or do I have to go through the whole process with the new system because it was so close to the new system being implemented?
Basil?
Thank you, Chair. Kylie, the points that were on the previous system by the 13th of December 2023 have been migrated to the new system. So once the system is up and running, you will be able to log in, have a look at your CPD points. You can have a look at your statement of the points. Any CPD points which do not reflect on your system, then you will have an opportunity to submit those on the new system. So whatever was on the previous system was migrated to the new system. So you shouldn't have to submit all those points which were previously submitted.
Okay, thank you very much for your feedback. Do we have a sense, I apologize if you've already mentioned this, but do we have a sense of when the new system might become live so that we can diarize it and ensure that we don't miss out on that capturing deadline?
Basil, are you able to answer that?
Thank you, Chair. Kylie, I would expect that system to be up and running within the next 2 weeks. SACAP will send out further communication to confirm the launch of CPD on that new system. So be on the lookout for that confirmation email.
Thank you, Basil. Are you covered, Kylie?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Can we try to also go back to Fania if you are able to unmute now?
Yes, I think I'm on mute now. Thank you very much. Yes, I managed to access my old CPD my area, né? But when I access this area, it's not showing where I load the CPD anymore. Only show my name, my profile, feed, wall, and bio. Nothing else. I don't know what to do anymore. I didn't load any CPD last year.
Thank you, Fania. Just to get if we get your question correctly. So you saying you are logging on the old system, and that is the case.
Yes, manage. Now, where is this? It is that manage your CPD. I click, I access, okay? But the problem is I can't see anymore that area where I can load the CPD. Have only my name, my profile page, feeds, wall, and bio, nothing else.
All right, no, thank you so much. Bezo, can I ask that you repeat that again so that it's clarified to RPs?
Thank you, Chair. Vanya.
Oi.
Vanya, the system where you are currently logging in is the previous system. We sent out communication towards the end of 2023 requesting our registered professionals to refrain submitting CPD points on the previous system. So you are currently logged on the previous system. So what you will have to do is to log in the new system. The new system will require new login details.
Yes,
if you need assistance for that, you can contact us. But once you are logged in on the new system, then the following presentation that we will present is on how to upload CPD points on the new system. So please wait for the next presentation. We will cover how to upload CPD points on the new system.
Okay. I already log in also in the new system. Okay. That's why I didn't know what to do. I came back to the old system. But okay, I will wait. And please contact, send your information to know when will be the next live. Okay.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Fania.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, as it has been said, the system will go live in probably in the next 2 weeks. So
2 weeks. Okay.
Thank you. Grant Thomas, you can come through. Grant Thomas. All right. Can we then allow Maria?
Okay, good morning, everybody. I just have 2 questions. One is that I've been told that we have till July to submit last year's CPD certificates. So I'd like to, if you could confirm that. And the second question, not strictly related to this, but I just find that I'm inundated by emails from SACAP, and I sometimes miss the really important ones. So would it be possible to maybe have the important notifications coming from a different email address, or anyway, somehow distinguishing between the ones that are like official SACAP ones and the ones that are advertising courses and things like that?
Thank you, Maria. That is well noted. I think we'll discuss that with our IT team. That we maybe there's communication from our one email for our official communications and one for the CPD. Something that will be submitted for consideration. We've noted that. And then, colleagues, can we take last 3 hands? and so that we allow all CPD related questions in the next Q&A session. We still have another Q&A session after the presentation for CPD. So can we just take the last three hands and then we then proceed with the program. On the queue we have Maria. Are you covered in that aspect?
So now I just wanted to have confirmation for if we have till June, July to submit our CPD certificates.
All right.
Chair, if I can cover that question.
Please mute Basil. We are receiving echo.
Yes, sorry, Chair. If I can cover the question. Maria, the reason why the additional time was granted was to allow the migration from the previous system onto this new system. So that means the SACAP certificate was extended until July to allow additional time for you to submit the CPD points for 2023 on this new system. So once this new system, once the CPD has launched and has gone live on this new system, you will be given an opportunity to log in and submit the CPD points for 2023 on this new system.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. And the next one will be Kate.
Hi.
Hi, Kate.
Hi there. So, okay, I think I've got two questions. Regarding this webinar, I feel like also there's some students that just finished third year last year and want to register as candidates, that this new system is really causing a lot of chaos in how they change from the student registration that they had on SACAP's website to a candidate. How do they apply, number one? Then secondly, regarding the, oh my gosh, I've lost my train of thought. But anyway, regarding in following to Maria's question regarding the email, I was just wondering, is it possible, since on SACAP, you already have registering the various regions we are in or provinces, and we get a lot of CPD events, emails, where they actually not applicable. For example, the CIFA region, if you're in the Gauteng province, and then it's also duplicate, because if we are with the voluntary association, they are already sending us the CPD events that they've got, and then SACAP is just like tripling up on those emails again. Is there a way the system is going to filter this out? Because like Maria was saying, we are getting constantly inundated with SACAP emails to an extent that sometimes even the important ones, we're just ignoring them.
Thank you for your question. I think the first question there is regards to student registration, and the next one, it's about the CPD adverts, if I got everything correct, because there's a bit of sound glitches.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. Thank you. All right. The one for CPD adverts will definitely look into that. The issue there is at times we have CPD courses which are online, so one can attend from another region. So then those ones who are particularly attended in person, we will then send according to regions, because the system can definitely do that. Thank you. Can I then allow Abongile to answer the one for a student for registration?
Hi, Chair. Thank you. Can you please repeat the question for me, Chair? I missed it. I didn't hear it clearly.
Okay,
all right.
So in my office, there's a few candidates. they were registered on the student portal under SACAP. Now they want to register as candidates now, but they keep on running into problems because the new system is just not explaining clearly whether are they upgrading to candidacy or do they have to re-register on that new portal as a candidate? How do they go about applying as a candidate?
Okay, thank you so much, Kitita. Thank you, Chair. Okay, so what happens is if already they are registered as a student, you will remember that presentation, they need to go log back in on the system. It will give them there, it will let them there on the dashboard. And then they must click where it says candidate application, which means they need to change their membership type. So right now they are currently students, they need to then apply for candidate application, then follow the whole process of the application.
Okay, thank you.
You're most welcome. Can we have the last hand from Neika? Neika, you can come through. All right, I think while Neika is trying to unmute, I think RPs who are sending questions on the chat, rest assured that all those questions will be addressed, and if we don't get a chance to reply to them in this platform, we'll definitely reply to all your questions. And let's then proceed with our program. The next presenter will be Mr. Basil, who will be presenting on the CPD overview and preview. Mr. Basil.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, good morning to everybody. My name is Basil Ingel. I'm the CPD officer. I will be taking you through on how to submit CPD points on this new system. If you're registered as a professional, you navigate to sacapsite.com, which is our website. You enter your login credentials and you click on login. You will end up on this landing page. On top, towards the top of the website, you will see that there is a link which is written CPD. So you click on CPD, then towards the bottom where it's written upload CPD points, you click on here. So you click on CPD first, then you click on here where it says upload CPD points. You will then be presented with such a screen. This screen, you can click on add new. Once you've clicked on add new, this screen will be presented. This screen is where you complete all the fields of your CPD points. You will note that it starts with date activity took place. That's the date on which the activity took place. The title is when you enter the name of the description of the event. The category is where you select your CPD category, category 1, 2A, 2B, 3A, or 3B. The points will be indicated on your CPD certificate. Then it allows you to attach. So you click on choose file in order to attach your certificate. The following field, which has activity code, is for category 1. If the voluntary association has provided the validation number on the certificate, you can provide it in the activity code, or you can enter the name of the voluntary association which validated the event in activity code. You enter the expiry date and you click on submit. Once you've submitted the points, you will be presented with the following screen with multiple tabs. The tab which is written awaiting approval. displays the CPD points which you have previously submitted. That means that SACAP is yet to evaluate these points. They are waiting approval. If you click on the current tab, the current tab shows the approved CPD points. The awaiting remediation tab will display points which have been sent for remediation. That means that you must click on remediate at the bottom. Then the submission will open up. Then you can see the reason on the top of the page, which was provided by SACAP, the reason why it was sent for remediation. Then you can address and make corrections and provide any additional documents as requested. Then you can click on resubmit. So this will allow you to make amendments and to resubmit. The tab which is written rejected will appear. That tab indicates CPD points which have been rejected. So that means you made a submission and it was rejected. Now you will find it under rejected. The system will allow you to see a comment and the comment why it was rejected. In order to see the full comment, click on view and the system will load this screen. On the top of the page, it will indicate the reasons why the points were rejected. And from the screen, you can go back. Rejected points cannot be resubmitted for re-evaluation. That means if you want to resubmit a point which was rejected, you will have to make a fresh submission of that. To view your CPD statement, you click on the click here, which is under the CPD statement tab. The following screen will load. You select the CPD cycle of which you want to see. Then it gives you 4 options which you can select. So you can select generate PDF statement. You can select generate yearly CPD PDF statement. It also allows you to download the summary of CPD points by Excel. So once you've clicked on that, it will download a document. If you selected PDF, it downloads a PDF document. Once you open the document, it will display as such. This is an example of what it shows once you've selected CPD statement. So there you can clearly see it indicates the cycle and it indicates the CPD points, all those 5 categories, category 1, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, and what you have accumulated for which period. The SACAP certificates on our website, towards the top of the web page, there's a link which says certificate URLs. If you click on that link, you will be presented with numerous links. These links are how you access your SACAP certificates. The links are for various certificates. So you click on the link of the certificate which you want to access, and that will then load your SACAP certificate. Kimberly, if you can come in here, please, on the certificate of competence.
Thanks, Basil. So, registered professionals, this is a new certificate. This is according to the IDOW, the Identification of Work. You'll see the certificate, everyone will get one, and it's basically, if you look here on your screen, it's got one. I've given you an example for the certificate of competence for the professional architectural draftsperson. The next one is for the professional architectural technologist. The last one there is for the professional senior architectural technologist. These ones in front of you, according to the IDOW, gives a list of what the draftsperson can actually do within their category of registration. Moving to your architectural technologist, these are currently the building types that your architectural technologist can cover according to the IDOW. And then the last one with the senior architectural technologist, these are the building categories and building types according to the IDOW that the senior architectural technologist can do. So as I say, everyone will have one of these certificate of competence. This was specifically for those that are following the limited special dispensation as well as the special consent. So those that were exempted for any of the building types that were maybe outside of their category of registration, you should have received a letter from SACAP that stated which building types that you were exempted for. This will then display on your certificate of competence. It won't be there currently because from internal, SACAP still needs to actually go through all the LSD and SC applications and actually just put it onto the profiles of each of the RP that was exempted for the building types. So it will be done, and please just give us a little bit of time. I'm sure as I have communicated with those that went through the LSD process, SACAP received an overwhelming response to the LSD process. So we do have everybody's exemption letters as well as the final lists in that. Obviously still currently just finishing a couple of the LSD assessments. We will have this up and ready as soon as we can as well. Thank you very much, MC. I don't know if the next presentation or can we take questions on CPD while it's fresh in our mind?
Thank you very much, Kim. I think let's propose to take the next presentation and then we open the session for Q&As until we close the.
Hey, sorry, it's Nita here. Can I just mention something about the certificates as well?
Yes, you can come through, Nita.
I don't think everybody is aware of the fact, even on the old system, we had for all registered professionals on top of their registration certificate, their Privy Seal registration certificate, you can now download a certificate of good standing as well. So we will now have this competency certificate, the good standing, and just the normal certificate.
Thank you, Kim, for that, and Nita for that. Can we then allow the next presentation from Mr. Ricky Mudley?
Good morning, all. My name is Mudley. I'll be presenting on how to apply for the application for the PPE exams. And as we go through this, the first thing that a candidate is required to do is to firstly log into the SACAP profile, RP login. Once they log into the profile, they will then be required to click on the examination tab. Once you click on the examination tab, this is what they will see. There's currently 2 application forms loaded onto their profile, which is the PPE remark application, as well as the professional practice examination. With this presentation, I'll go through the professional practice examination application. If the individual wants to apply for the professional practice examination, they will then click on this here. Once you click on that, they will then be presented with the rules and regulations for the exams and how the candidate is eligible for the exams. And if they meet all the necessary requirements, then they will be eligible for applying for the PPE. Right? Once they've gone through all that, then candidate is presented with information pertaining to the PPE in terms of the date for the paper 1, the date for paper 2, and as well as for the opening of the application, the closing dates for the application, as well as closing dates for payments. Further to that, we will outline the date of the results, as well as the applications for remark when they open, as well as the application for remark when it closes, and finally, obviously, the results itself with the adjustments done. Once they've reviewed all that and they're happy with everything, then they can click on conditions. And if they want to view the conditions, they click on view the terms and conditions. In the event that they view terms and conditions, this is what will appear. All the terms and conditions will appear there. They can review all that. And if they're happy with all the terms and conditions, obviously they click on close. And that will then take them to the stages where they're able to apply. There are 4 tabs. There are 4 critical tabs that the candidate must go through, which is the first thing, the update, the detailed information tab, followed by the PPE preliminary application tab, followed by the pay online and the admin review. The first thing that in all applications must go through is the update your detail tab. Once you click on the update detail tab, the candidate then will be presented with this information outlining this is required to ensure that we have the most relevant and updated information. That's the purpose of updating information. Thereafter, the candidate is requested to update the information by entering the necessary details, the ID number, name, surname, all information that they want or would like to change. Once they have updated that, they would then click on the proceed button. Once you click on the proceed button, they go to the second page, again, request for the information pertaining to the mobile numbers, to the email addresses, postal addresses, which they can change. Once they have updated all that necessary information and happy with that, they are then required to click on the update details form. As you can see here, there's no proceed button, so they need to click on the update detail button in order to move forward to the next tab. Once you click on the next tab, which is the PPE preliminary application form, they then need to select from the drop-down menu the PPE preliminary application fee. There are two stages that a candidate must go through in the PPE. One is the preliminary application fee, which they need to pay, followed by the PPE fees. And in all stages, they are required to first go through the preliminary application fee. And once they've done that, the PPE preliminary application fee is then presented. As you can see, it's 390 rands. Once that is paid by the pay online platform, the candidate is then moved to the next phase, the next part, which indicates that the admin fee is non-refundable, non-transferable. So once candidates pay that, they will then go to the next phase, which is the admin review phase. The admin review phase deals with the candidate's application being reviewed and making sure that the candidate meet all the minimum requirements that's required for the PPE. And in the event that the candidate does not meet that, then the candidate will be notified. In the event the candidate has met all the requirements that's required for PPE, then an email will be sent to the accounts department to generate the invoice for the PPE fees. And once that is generated, that will be then loaded onto the candidate's profile, which the candidate will then be notified to make the necessary payments for the candidate fee. And once that is done successfully, this is the message that will appear, indicating to a candidate that he successfully applied for the PPE exams. Thank you, Chair. That's for the PPE application. I will also go through the remark process as well. With regards to the remarking, the PPE remarking process, again, candidates are required to log into their profile. Once you log into the profile, they click on it. Sorry about that. I'm going to be discussing on the application for remarking. If a candidate wants to apply for remarking of the PPE, they are required to log into the SACAP profile. Once they log into SACAP profile, again, they go into the examination tab as indicated previously. And once you go there, they again have 2 application forms. In this case here, in the event that the individual is looking for a PPE remark application, they'll click on this process here. Once that is done, they will then outline terms and conditions for the remarking. And in the event that they want to proceed, click on the remark. The terms and conditions is outlined. All candidates are required to entitled to one remark process only. All right. Once they're happy with the terms and conditions, they will then click on close. They will then go through the same 4 stages, updating of details, PPE examination paper to be remarked, pay online, and admin review. Again, they're required to update details. Go to the update detail tab. Once you go to that, information will then appear, informing them why they're required to update information. They then presented with the screen to update the information in terms of name, surname, and contact numbers. Thereafter, the second screen, again, update the contact numbers, email addresses, postal addresses. Again, click on update details. Once that is done, they will then go to tab number 2, PPE examination paper to be marked. You will click on the drop-down menu, you can either choose from paper 1 and paper 2, or paper 1 only remark, paper 2 only remark, whichever one is applicable. Thereafter, goes to the pay online. The amount is displayed in the event that the person has chosen both papers. This is the amount for both papers. And once they have done, happy with the selection, they will then go to pay online. And once the payment is made online by net cash or debit card or credit card, whatever the case may be, they will then, again, application will only be receive attention and be finalized if the submission on or before the closing date is accompanied by payment of the administration fee. This message will appear, that is closed. The application then gone for review in terms of some of SACAP to review the payment has been made and the necessary requirements have been met. Once that is done, then that PPE script is sent for remarking. Again, if the application is done correctly, this is what appears on the screen, and that's the message that appears. That means that application is done correctly, and that candidate has done the entire application correctly, and now you need to wait for feedback from the administrator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ricky. Then we will open for the Q&A sessions related to CPD and PPE. We will follow the same process, and then we take the questions. I think we have the first hand, which is, let me allow, William, Abdul, Michelle. Let's come in that order. William, you can come through.
Thank you for the opportunity again. I just would like to have clarity. Ever since I've uploaded my CPD certificates, the last field that needs to be filled in is the expiry date. Exactly what is meant by expiry date? Say I attend a CPD event on the 22nd of December. The expiry date, is that now, will it expire in 9 days, or is it that still valid for a year so that it can be carried over to the next year? What exactly is the expiry date?
Thank you, William. Mr. Basil.
Thank you, Chair. William, there are 2 dates when you submit CPD points. The first date will ask you the date on which the event took place. The second date is called the expiry date. The expiry date is in relation to your CPD cycle. That means that if you have a look at your SACAP certificate, you will see that it's valid until a certain date. That is the expiry date that you enter on that.
Okay, so the CPD certificate that I obtained in this year, whenever date I obtained it, I can only submit that for this year that we are in, regardless of my renewal that my cycle that is to be renewed, say, in 3 years' time. So a CPD certificate is only valid for the year in which you attend the workshop. Is that correct? You can't carry points over to the next year.
You can answer,
William. Thank you, Chair. William, the CPD points, you are correct. They are valid for the year in which you claim them. So if you attend a CPD event in 2023, when you log them on your online profile, you will backdate that to 2023. The system will give you the full allocation of CPD points. So that means that you do not actually have to carry them forward to the next year, because the system will give you the full allocation of those points on the certificate. For example, if you attend a CPD course in 2023, which earns you 3 points, when you log it on the system, you claim 3 points. The system will allocate you 3 points. So you receive the full allocation of those 3 points towards that 5-year cycle.
Okay,
I hope
thank
that makes
you.
sense. Are you covered, William?
Okay, no, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, William. Can we then see other hands were taken down? Probably they have been answered. Okay, we'll take Michelle, Mr. Ramlal, and Marlene in that order, please.
Hi, could you please just explain the activity code? I've always just left it blank, but now you say that if I belong to a VA, so I belong to the Cape Institute, then I should put a number if it's been validated by them. But what if it's validated by SACAP or an independent party, like the CPD Central stuff? What activity codes do we put in then for that? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
we can hear you, Michelle. Thank you. You can proceed, Basil, and answer all CPD related questions.
Thank you, Chair. Michelle, in activity code, in category 1, you enter either the validation number. When the VA validates the events, they sometimes put a validation number on the CPD certificate. So if they've provided you with a validation number, you enter it in the activity in that activity code field. If they have not provided you a validation number, enter the name of the voluntary association that validated the event. You mentioned that you attended an event which was validated by the Cape Institute for Architects. In such a case where there is no validation number, just enter Cape Institute for Architects in the activity code.
And for CPD Central, who's that validated by?
For CPD Central, it has to be validated by the SACAP recognized voluntary association. So that means you cannot submit a CPD Central certificate directly to SACAP. You must obtain the certificate from the SACAP recognized voluntary association that validated that event. And that's the certificate which you submit on your profile. So the CPD Central event.
Yes. So again, it would be the Cape Institute for me.
You are correct. You are correct.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Michelle. Mr. Ramla.
Morning, team. Thank you. Whilst I appreciate, the change in this new system, just a clarity on how will this IDOW versus the new system affect those professionals who, let's say, their cycle ends in 2 years and are already in a hand of a certificate like possibly ends in 2026. But now I see earlier you presented certificates that are, going to be presented with LSD applications. But those that have already received the certificates from the new old system, where does that stand? I think that's what we need to clear. And I think whilst I'm on, I just want to ask a second question. Will the new system, how does this accommodate those members who possibly haven't yet submitted CPDs in the previous years? Thank you.
You're welcome. Kim, I don't know, you want to take that first question?
Take the first, but will you just repeat it? I don't quite understand. Do you mean how will the certificate of competence be relevant for the CPDs? Somebody that is
let me ask that question again. There are many professionals who already have a practicing certificate that expires, that was issued by SACAP and expires, let's say, in 2 years. That's when the term ends. How will that affect that professional versus this new system where you're saying now when professionals have to do, plan submissions at local authorities, will that old certificate fall away and be issued with new certificates, or is that certificate still, okay to use?
If you're speaking about your certificate of competence, that won't change at all. So obviously, if maybe the CPD cycle needs to be renewed, they would just renew their points that they need to get their new certificate of provincial, but the competency certificate will remain standard. That will always be the same. It won't expire. Have I answered you accordingly?
Sorry, Chair, if I can perhaps add on to that response. Regarding the SACAP certificate, so if a professional has a current certificate which lapses in 2 years, that certificate remains valid. That means once on the new system, it will also reflect the same certificate. So the points that were accumulated on the previous system have been migrated to the new system. So the new system will reflect exactly what was on the old system, including the certificate which is valid for the next 2 years. And the condition to renew that certificate would be for the professionals to comply with those required CPD points. And once they've complied with those CPD points and they have renewed their registration, then they will be generated an updated certificate for the 5 years. Hopefully that provides more clarity.
Thank you, Basil. That's clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramla. The next hand will be Marlene, then Leroy. Marlene, you can come through.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. Yeah, just a simple question. On the old system, there was a problem with partial points, like when it was 0.5 or 1.5, you had to enter either a point or a comma. Is the new system a little bit more user-friendly, or what do we need to do for that? And the same thing regarding the dates. There was a very specific format, otherwise you had to re-enter everything. If you could just, perhaps Basil could just indicate what is the accepted format for those two things. Thank you.
Thank you, Marlene. Panel, who wants to take that one?
Chair, perhaps I can cover that one.
All right.
Marlene, I believe that the new system will be similar to the old system. So the decimal, you'll have to use the format as the previous system. So that should remain the same. In terms of the format of the dates, you can enter them similar to the previous system, and the system will convert the dates to the dates acceptable on the system. So just enter them as you were previously entering them on the previous system. It will accept them.
Does that answer you, Marlene?
Yes, thanks.
You're most welcome. And Leroy?
Hi there, can you hear me?
Your sound is very soft. Can you try maybe speaking closer to the speaker?
Okay, is that better?
It's still very soft. Can we try again?
Okay,
Much better.
much better.
Much better.
Okay, my question is around the actual CPD certificates. Obviously, we can only submit those that are accredited with SACAP, the organizations or the voluntary organizations that are accredited with SACAP. Now, I'm not quite sure if I saw on my certificates that the certificate would be sent through to SACAP and be allocated to my profile. Is that correct?
Chair, if I can come to that.
Yes, you can.
Leroy, once you've attended a CPD event, which is valid, which has been validated by one of the SACAP recognized voluntary associations, they will provide you with a copy of your CPD certificate. That certificate is not sent to SACAP. You are required to then submit that certificate on your online profile and to claim those CPD points.
Okay, so it doesn't get claimed automatically on the new.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if that is the case, then is there perhaps a opportunity where that can be done?
Basil, did you get that one?
Yes, Chair. I believe it was on a possibility of the certificates being submitted on the online profile on behalf of the RP by the VAs.
That's correct, yes.
Chair, that would have to go back to our service providers. We'll have to take note of that and discuss it with the service providers.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, Mr. Leroy. We'll do that. Please note, Mr. Leroy, and give feedback once we have engaged with the service provider. There's a last hand from Mr. Ramlan. I don't know whether that is the former hand, Mr. Ramlan.
No, that was my old hand. Thank you.
You are most welcome. There's a hand. Let me see. Okay, that hand was removed. Okay. Naresh. Naresh, you can
Hi.
come.
Yes. My question, hi, good day, everyone. My question is related to fees. It's always becomes an issue, especially when we engage with clients, where certain categories of work is allowed by a competent person, and between the professional person and the competent person. And usually the clients tend to benchmark our fees with that of the competent person. So is there any, from the SACAP side, is there any control over these measures? How does one actually regulate fees that has to be charged for a particular, let's say a domestic unit, a housing unit, a single freestanding house? How is that regulated? Because we always have the issue where architects or professionals quote on a particular job, and it's always our competition and concerns come in when a competent person is sort of vying for the same job, and then we have issues. Is there any control measures in place for the way fees are governed for the different categories? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Naresh. And I must say we do note your question. What I would ask is that you send an email direct to me. I'll put my email address on the chat. I think on this webinar, we can only take the questions that are related to the introduction of the new system, because I would be doing injustice to the panel that is before us if I were to give them to answer that question. there is a relevant personnel with knowledge to assist in that specific question. So will that be in order for you?
Yes, that'll be fine. Thank you. I'll drop you an email. Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome. Thank you. Then I think that was our last hand. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thanks. I was looking on the chat. I see most of the questions were answered during the session, and I think we'll take the okay. There's two last hands from Mr. Ramlan and Nivort. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Mr. Ramlan, you can come through.
Thank you very much. Just need some clarity on online certified courses where professionals attend. If this possibly, let's say it's an overseas course or whatever, you find many of these online courses. How are these approved by SACAP?
Chair, if I can come in there?
Yes, you can.
Mr. Ramal, there are various courses which may be online, which are offered by various institutions. For purposes of CPD, in category 1, for our members who are practicing in South Africa, these courses must be validated by the SACAP recognized voluntary associations in order to earn category 1 CPD points. If these courses are not validated by the SACAP recognized voluntary associations for category 1, then they will not be approved for category 1.
Are you saying this could be a category 3?
Yes, if the event is not validated by any of the SACAP recognized voluntary associations for category 1, then the registered person may claim those points in a different category, which is category 3B. That is correct.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
and thank you, Mr. Ramla. Can we have the last hand from K. Nivort?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hi, it's Kobe speaking. I apologize if you had this question already. There was a period where my connection wasn't too good. It's just on the category 1 as well. Do you have to receive 1 point per year, and then it accumulates to 5 in the cycle, or can you, for instance, do 3 points a year and then for the next 2 years not get any points on category 1? Does that make sense? What I'm trying to ask.
Basil, did you get that?
Thank you, Chair.
Oops.
Thank you, Chair. For category 1, the CPD requirements states that on an annual basis, registered persons are required to obtain a minimum of 3 CPD points. That's a minimum in 3 CPD points from all the categories, of which 1 point must be obtained in category 1. So that means the annual requirements require a minimum of 1 category 1 CPD point per annum.
Okay, all right, thanks. No, I've got it like that. I just thought that it might have changed. All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Okay, can we take this last hand from Tamar? just the last slide. Mario can come through
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
loud and clear.
I just wanted to ask, I've been a little bit slow in loading CPD points onto the system, and I'm also nearing, I think January probably was the end of my cycle, but I have obtained the points over the years. Am I able to go back and log them now, or how do I handle that moving forward?
Yeah, Mr. Basil.
Tamara? Thank you, Chair. Tamara, once the new system is live and allows you to submit CPD points, please log in and load your CPD points for that period. It will allow you to claim your CPD points as per your cycle. So you can capture CPD points for 2023 and 2022 and so forth.
Wonderful, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Tamarin. We are welcome. Colleagues, this then marks the end of our program. I think in closing, I extend my sincere gratitude to each participant for their engagement and contributions to the webinar today. And I eagerly anticipate our continued collaboration in the exciting chapter that lies ahead. Therefore, we adjourned this webinar. Thank you.